So what are some common misconceptions or stereotypes that South Africans have about Nigerians and
That we
like
sell drugs. That we do drugs,
Yeah.
sell drugs. Everything that has to do with drugs, it's Nigerians. Yeah.
A lot of people say that they wouldn't date Nigerians because they think Nigerians are dirty and ugly and stuff like that.
I say it's nice, but like nothing is as good as home. Yeah.
Afro beats or amapiano?
You mean our piano?
The experiences of Nigerian children living in South Africa can vary widely depending on numerous factors, including their age, socioeconomic status, and the communities they live in. However, there are some common themes that often emerge from their experiences.
So I've only been in South Africa since grade 10. So I would say my high school experience has been fun and it's been a lot more diverse. Like I've been in a classroom with people from different races, and also the curriculum was the same because I did Cambridge in Nigeria and Cambridge in South Africa. But the idea of taking like 10 plus subjects in Nigeria and taking like 6 subjects in South Africa was a lot better for me because like it was a lot less stressful and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I would say I don't have a childhood experience per se, but I do have a school experience that was very much different from Nigeria.
Okay, weird question. Do you prefer school in Nigeria or here?
Oh, okay, wow. Wow. I don't know actually. Like, I feel like there's a mix. Like, I like a blend between both. Like, I wish Nigeria didn't have so many subjects. Like, I wish it was a little more chilled back like this. But then I would still like Nigerian classmates because I couldn't always understand things that were said in South African classes because, well, I don't understand the language. So that was a bit hard. So I preferred, like when I was in school, I preferred Nigerian class. I wanted to be back in Nigeria. But then in terms of the curriculum and the rigorousness, I'd prefer South Africa.
I don't know if you guys have seen that trend, like where this like South African TikToker, he asks like a bunch of South Africans who live there, like what nationality would they not date? And a lot of people say that they wouldn't date Nigerians because they think Nigerians are dirty and ugly and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, like that's crazy because obviously I guess I don't look Nigerian, but obviously when people find out that I'm half Nigerian, they're like, wow, like I would never guess that about you because they have a misconception that like Nigerians are dirty. And also like Favor said, they'd be saying that we be taking their jobs and stuff, but like they should be happy that we're even working here.
Facts.
Giving them jobs, exactly. And
Facts.
we're making this economy grow, exactly. So
One, maybe not for children per se, but then Nigerians are looked at a lot as fraudulent, and I understand that. I understand that because, well, we've left a reputation and there's nothing that we can do about that. I think also that Nigerians are hardworking or overachievers. I think that's another stereotype that I faced in school. So like I remember one day like someone was asking me if I eat maths for breakfast, like, and I'm like, bro, asking me if I eat numbers for breakfast, lunch. I'm like, no, I do not. Or like even just the idea that I have to get good grades for something. Like when I was in school, like it was like, why are you working so hard? Are you promised a car? Are you promised something? And I'm like, no, man, this is just how it's done. So I never struggled with any stereotypes because like the stereotypes were mostly true that I faced. I don't know about many other Nigerians because I haven't really been around South Africa.
Okay, so for me, they feel like Nigerians are not meant to be here because I don't know. I feel like because they feel like we're here to like steal the shine, and like now lately they've been talking about like Amapiano, like they're saying that we are stealing it and we're saying that Nigerians created it, and that's not true because basically we're the ones who's making it like worldwide in a way, like introducing it to like many different types of people, and we're not trying to steal it, we're trying to like broadcast it and like advertise it.
Fair. So what are some common misconceptions or stereotypes that South Africans have about Nigerians and
That we
like
sell drugs. That we do drugs, sell drugs. Everything that has to do with drugs, it's Nigerians. Yeah.
So how would you tell us the difference between Nigeria's vibe and South Africa's vibe?
Oh my days. Nigerians are loud. We are loud in the way we speak and the way we spend. Like, I feel like that's a major thing. Like, the culture is different, but I think I'll touch on first the loudness. Like, we are so loud. We want to spend to celebrate. Like, for us to celebrate, we must spend. Like, and I think coming to South Africa, I've seen that difference. Like, if I'm hosting a birthday party in Nigeria, I have to pay for everything for everyone. I have to make sure everywhere is decorated. I have to make sure that I'm wearing some nice outfits. Like, everything must look like I must be loud, right? But then in South Africa, I can literally just invite my friends. I'm like, you guys, bring your money. I don't have money to spend on you guys. Right? Bring your money. Let's go out. Let's have lunch, right, for my birthday. But I feel like that's the major thing for me. Like, Nigerians are a lot louder, even in the way we spend, like the cars. Like, you see someone that's, I don't know, a principal, for example, and they're just driving a small car. I'm like, that don't look right. because if it was a principal in Nigeria, like, you have to know that they're the principal. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I feel like we're very loud, and also you can also just see in the way we talk. Like, we just talk loudly, but then we can't do anything about that as well. I'm trying to see. I think also the culture, like, in terms of like just saying hi to people. When I came here, I was always saying good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, sir, good afternoon, ma. And I'll just get hi. And then sometimes they wouldn't even respond because I was like trying to understand, like, don't you understand what good afternoon means? You know, like.
I remember coming here, right? Not coming, I mean, I've always been here. But my mom was like, you need to know that even though, like, you were born here or whatever, you cannot be telling me hello or hi, how are you? You must say good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon. And you have to tawale.
Yeah, that's how it's done. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I feel like for me the major thing is because you can also see in the parties, like in weddings. Like, I haven't been to South African weddings because I really don't have so much family here in South Africa, but I would have known if there was a wedding if I was in Nigeria. Like, if I was just moving to Nigeria and there was a wedding, I would know. Like, the streets would be loud. You would see Ashwebi. People are wearing matching outfits. Everything is big, bold. But like, even when people get married here, I don't even know. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like the loudness is the major thing for me.
Okay, thank you, Favor. So I'm gonna just ask you a series of questions and then you can just answer. Okay. So as a Nigerian child growing up in South Africa, how was your childhood experience? Like primary school, high school? We'll start from you.
My high school and primary school experience has been like kind of normal because I've been brought up here. So my South African my Nigerian lineage in me, the blood in me, didn't really affect my life in South Africa because I've been living here. So it wasn't really hard for me to adapt because I was used to their ways and like schooling was like normal. I was used to the children there and stuff. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Favor.
Unlike Favor, I wasn't born here, so like I said, I've only lived here for 4 years, and actually like I'm half Nigerian and half Kenyan. So obviously when I came to South Africa, there were a lot of cultural differences, like in the food and the way that they speak and stuff like that. So obviously in high school, like I did have to adapt, but because I am used to adapting from my Kenyan side and my Nigerian side, it wasn't that hard, but obviously there were cultural differences.
I feel because I'm Yoruba people, they place so much emphasis on respect. So I think that's the first one, like I'm not your mate. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to anyone that's not your mate like that, right? So it's like respect, like irrespective of where I find myself, I'm still finding myself like doing this, like, like whether that person is, I don't know, 6 years older than me, 10 years older than me or not, like it's something that has now been, what's the English? It's a part of me, yeah, that's the word. Right. Something that is now a part of me that I just can't separate from myself.
Okay, like the number one is that all Kenyans can run. Guys, I promise you I can't run. I can't run. So like that's the number one. And that all Kenyans, a lot of Kenyans don't know how to speak English, and we do. Like,
yeah, you speak good English.
Yeah, I try. Like, it's chill. Like, Kenya is a nice place, guys. Trust and believe.
Okay.
Primary school was tough, you know. Just niggas used to cook you for everything. Like, honestly, bro. You know, dark skin back then was it was a shame, bro. Now niggas want me for no reason. yeah, like you know, it's that type of thing. But growing up in South Africa in primary school, I was tough. It was very hard, I won't lie. Especially with the bullying, because you're not from here. Especially I was in primary school when xenophobia was a thing.
Yeah.
So it was really bad. Yeah, I would get shunned by my classmates, like no one would want to hang out with me, chill with me, it was things like that. High school got a little bit better. Yeah, it was where I peaked, if like most people say, it's where I peaked, yeah. But high school it wasn't bad. I hated every moment of it, but it still wasn't that bad, yeah. And I haven't been to uni, so I can't speak about it.
Calm. So, as a Nigerian child growing up here, can you please tell us about your experience, maybe high school or primary school experience?
Personally, like, it was kind of like a culture shock, like, when I first got here, because I was kind of used to things back home in sense of, like, I didn't really have like a grasp of it, but I had an idea of how things were run back home. And then when you came here, right, you'd realize that the type of things that they do in terms of like education piece, like it's more organized, right? Like growing up, they take it much slower. Like if you guys know, like the education system in Nigeria, right, it's so much more quicker. Like you can tell someone is 16 if is finishing high school, but like in SA they really take their time with their education. So that was a little bit different to me, but I actually did enjoy high school.
Calm. What is the difference between the Kenyan vibe and Nigerian vibe, or Kenyan vibe and South African vibe? Like, what makes Kenya different?
Okay, one thing I'd say about Kenya is that people are very friendly. Like, okay, compared to coming to SA, like, not a lot of people say hi to you guys. And like, I'll be with like a group of my friends, and some people come and say hi, but they'll only say hi to people they know. But Kenyans will just say hi to everybody, always smiling. It's just like very happy people. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Okay, so I remember one of my friends had a birthday party, and it was in Pretoria East, and we live in Pretoria North.
That's what I wanted to talk
about. It was in Pretoria. Oh, that's true. You knew about that. So it was in Pretoria East, and then we live in Pretoria North, and the birthday party was supposed to start around 8 or 9 in the night, and my friend was turning, I think, 18. And my mom was like, oh, why do you need to start a party at 8 p.m. in the night and turning 18 and you're not 21? and I was trying to explain. I was like, no, but I can go at 8, come back by 9:30.
Not in the African parents' house.
I tried everything. Like, I tried everything. My mom was like, no, you're not going. And I was just like, shut up, man. It's all good. It's all good.
How did that make you feel?
I feel like I was so sad at first. Like, I was so sad at first because I was like, oh, why don't you just allow me to do what everyone is doing? But I feel like upon reflection, I'm like, maybe this is actually was right. Like, because I started asking myself why. Like, why do I need to be out of the house around 10 p.m., for example? Like, what am I looking for? So, I don't know. I guess that's how I'm going to grow up. Growing up, like, also, like, just with that idea that at my age, what am I looking for around 9 p.m.? And my mom doesn't have a car, so I'll have to take an Uber. So, I guess it was a reasonable option, but in the moment, I was just like, please, just let me live my life.
Right.
I mean, for greener pastures, like, yes, South Africa is in terms of economic levels, it's much better than Nigeria, obviously. But for greener pastures, I wouldn't say, because I moved here when I was young. I didn't have a choice, basically. And I can't really say much on that because people like this nigga, did you grow up in Nigeria or not? Answer the question. Yes or no, bruh? Like, okay, let's say that brother, for instance, that uncle there.
Yeah.
He came here for greener pastures.
Yeah.
So maybe he has more to tell on that than I do because like I said, I moved here.
Yeah.
I've known South Africa basically most of my life.
Yeah.
So I can't really answer on that. But me, as how South Africa has benefited me as a person, like street knowledge, Yeah, street knowledge, basically. Yeah, because South Africa is not safe, bro. Especially in Jolo, bro. Be careful, bro.
Okay.
Bro, be careful, bro.
Okay, so real quick, how does Nigeria's vibe differ from South Africa's vibe?
I think Nigeria's vibe is so much more vibey and like, vibrant. Whenever I go back to Nigeria, I know like obviously like first of all the weather differences is crazy. Obviously there it's more warm, but everyone there is so, loud and like, like they be speaking their minds and everything like that. Obviously South African people, like they are as well as like they do have that vibe, but I feel like Nigerians really are, the fun people of the group and of Africa, to be honest.
Afrobeats or my piano?
Oh my god. Okay, I would say when I first came to South Africa, I would say Afrobeats all the way. I don't know what these guys are singing. It's just beats, like what's going on? And then progressively staying in South Africa, I've gotten to love Amapiano as well. So I'm not going to pick. I'm sorry.
You have to.
I'm not. I'm just not going to pick. I would say like, what's this, Afro piano or Amabeats, whatever, like, that blend. Like, cause like when we come together, it's so powerful and it's so amazing. Like, yeah, like that blend between Afrobeats and Amapiano is what we need. Like, that is what we need. So.
I think like Nigeria is like very inviting, like, and they're not like indifferent to people who are different. Like they accept you and they love different type of people. They love to talk with you, like talk about how your country is. Like they're more inviting and they support you and they understand. Unlike here in South Africa, like people who are different are treated different. Like they don't know how to like, socialize with them. Like they treat you like you're different and you're an outcast. Like you're not someone to like associate with themselves. Yeah.
In terms of nope. Okay, again. I think as a high school student, South Africa has benefited me in exposing me to different cultures and different experiences that I probably wouldn't have gotten when I was in Nigeria, different races. And I feel like a major one for me is South Africa has led me to appreciate my native language so much. Because in Nigerian classrooms, at least in my school, nobody spoke anything other than English, right? And like speaking Yoruba, and then you speak it like shabbishly, and everybody will be laughing at you, and then and you don't even want to speak it again, right? But then when I came here, and then I'm seeing, I don't know, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds speaking their language so fluently, I was like, oh wow, like that is a greener pasture for me. Like I want to speak my own native language too, and that has really benefited me because now I can speak my native language a lot better than when I first came into South Africa. And I think another major thing, like I previously said, was just like the experiences. When I was in Nigeria, I didn't get to play basketball so much. Yeah. In South Africa, I got to go for games, matches, I think that's a word, tournaments, and different things. And I feel like that's the whole exposure has been really nice.
So, how would you say that your family's Nigerian culture influenced your daily life in South Africa?
I would say like obviously because my mom is Kenyan, my dad is Nigerian, so growing up with a Nigerian dad, like of course I was taught the right stuff, but like of course I wasn't able to do certain things and come to church and proper wear good clothes, cover my head, all of those things. It really taught me like the differences in the way like South African kids grow up. I feel like they don't really have like that sense of fear, you know what I'm saying, with their parents. Like I feel like South African parents are like more accepting and everything, so growing up with a Nigerian dad, like that set me straight for life. And obviously like I grew up eating Nigerian food and watching Nigerian movies and stuff like that, so of course like I don't know, it's just like it thingies my head every day. Yeah.
My parents, they're like chill compared to a lot of like parents. So like Nigerian parents, my parents are chill, so but they're still like strict. They have certain rules that I can break. So I'd say they've influenced me a lot in like good ways, but like staying true to myself, like knowing who I am, especially like in a foreign country, right? So I have to actually like carry values I have from home and like bring them here. Yeah.
Because of the background and my parents, the way they were brought up, the way they would teach me like certain things like this, it makes me so that when my friends do certain things, I know, okay, my parents will not allow this. My parents don't support this, and I cannot do this type of things because of how my parents brought me up. And I know and I fear the consequences of doing those things that South African might find as the normal, like going out and doing things that like are very bad, and you know from where you come up from and like your parents that if they catch you doing this, it's over.
It's over. Likewise, like, okay. So, if the last two countries standing was Kenya and South Africa, what country would you choose to live in?
Kenya all the way, guys. Kenya, that's just home. Just as home. Like, SA is nice, but like, nothing is as good as home. Yeah.
Okay. How would you say that Nigeria's vibe differs from South Africa's vibe?
Nigeria's vibe. Well, I haven't been to Nigeria in a minute, so I can't really say much about that. But from the last time I was there, last 2012, yeah. South Africa is way more better in terms of vibe. It's up there. Yeah.
So you prefer South Africa?
Yeah.
Okay, calm.
I must say, to keep it real, to keep it like true, I must say I'm a piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Like, I don't know. I just find it more fun and like it's so nice to hear Amapiano, like the beats and everything. Yeah, it's nice, you know. Like, I don't know, Afro beats. Okay, it's nice. It's there, you know. The fun is there, but Amapiano, yeah, it kicks in.
Okay. Thank you, Favor.
I disagree completely. Afrobeats all the way. I think up until I came to South Africa, like, of course, when I go back to Kenya, like, Amapiano is growing, but like literally growing up, all I've ever listened to was Afrobeats. And I feel like only now Amapiano is like trending. But the thing with Amapiano is Amapiano is literally just beats. Like, it's just beats. There's no lyrics, there's no music, there's no vibe. Whereas Afrobeats, there is vibe. You know what I'm saying? Although nowadays Afrobeats is like heavily influenced by Amapiano, but still all the way Afrobeats.
I'd say South Africa showed me like a lot of people's different cultures. Because before I came here, initially I thought it was just like blacks and whites. But like, I mean coloreds. I mean, like, I didn't even knew a country could have more than like 3 national languages. Just like hearing people's different languages, it's really cool. So I think it's benefited me in a good way. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Christina.
That one's a bit interesting. Yeah, I feel like, okay, let me see, this is how I feel like a difference, right? With Nigerians, I feel like we're more energetic in a lively manner, like in a very loud and like outrightly manner, right? But then with South Africa, they're mellow, like they have that mellow, subtle beats to it. Like if you listen to the music, us Nigerians we're like the this is a South African term, right? But like we like that vavavoom, right?
Yeah.
And then they like the chill type of, like, we're stoic but we're having fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's chill, but let's still have fun. That's the type of energy differences I would say. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've never I don't think I would be able to survive in Nigeria, to be honest. I don't think like I'm fully Nigerian enough to fully survive there and everything compared to where my siblings live, because my siblings did live in Nigeria, but like I've never properly lived in Nigeria. So I think I'd be taken out quick. Like, I wouldn't even be able to survive more than 3 days. So to be honest, I'd pick South Africa.
Thank you, Nina. Okay, so South Africa won.
South Africa too.
What?
Because, like, I don't know, I've been to Nigeria many times and I've lived here for a long time, and I can say South Africa is way better because of like the infrastructure and like the way the environment is. And like in Nigeria, like you can see that the weather sometimes can be bad and like it smells in certain areas, like it's not that well kept, and like here in South Africa, so yeah.
Afrobeats or Amapiano? Don't smile.
Yo, Afrobeats or Amapiano?
You have to choose one.
Doesn't Ashake do Amapiano?
Give us your view on that. Do you think Ashake is more of an Afrobeats guy or Amapiano guy?
I enjoy his music. Music is music.
But still, choose one.
More of Amapiano.
Okay.
Yeah, but personally, I prefer Amapiano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you prefer Amapiano?
Just like the music, man. The beats, you know. Yeah.
I'm judging all of you guys. Afrobeats or Amapiano?
You mean our piano? Our piano or Amapiano?
Why our piano?
Okay, listen. The reason is I couldn't decide, right? Like, I love Afrobeats. Like, I love it to death because every bit of Nigerian in me has to accept it, right? But the Amapiano, oof, it just hits a little different, right?
Everybody comes or migrates or immigrates to different countries for greener pastures, right? We want to know, I want to know, how has South Africa benefited you as an individual?
For me, I think I'd say that South Africa has influenced me because I've been able to actually understand like different other cultures. Because to be honest, before I came to South Africa, I only knew my cultures. I only knew Kenya and, Nigeria. But as well, like I feel like South Africa low-key is kind of a very diverse country. You see people from different nationalities. I mean, most of my friends are from Zim and most of them are South African. So I have been able to understand like the different diversities and the different cultures of everybody. And like I feel like it's given me a lot of knowledge about the way people live and stuff. Yeah.
Oof. Okay, obviously, growing up, since our parents, they kind of grew up in Nigeria, so they kind of have the mindset of Nigerians as an adult. So when you do come to SA, you have to live in the community of South Africans with Nigerian parents, right? There's still some ideals that they both don't agree on. Like with a South African parent, they allow a lot of things early on into the child's development years, and it's a situation of they're accepted, right? South African kids are accepted to be what they are and what they want to be at a certain point, right? But then with Nigerians, it's
either you become a lawyer, you become a doctor, you become an engineer. That's all.
My president, where are you going? Yeah, I would say growing up in a South African community, right, with Nigerian parents, the mindset is different, right? You're kind of brought up with that hostile mindset of okay, remember why you're here, right? And don't let the environment dictate who you become. So you still have the mindset of being a Nigerian and still trying to follow the culture beliefs, right? But you're not trying to you're also trying to understand the community around you and let that also mold you into being a multicultural person.
It's not really all about Nigerian food, and you realize that sometimes you should also try different types of cultures, different types of food. Like I realized that instead of jollof rice, I can also try some pap and steak, It's actually quite nice to have a little bit of difference, and the education here is quite good. But I'm not saying the education in Nigeria is bad, but I'd say I'm more comfortable with here because of how the teachers understand you more, and there's not that type of mentality like you need to do this to be this, which can be seen in Nigeria.
All right, thank you guys so much.
It really hasn't, because we still speak our language at home. So it really hasn't. I still have my core, me as a Nigerian, the core is still within me. It's just I've adopted South African everything South African, to adapt to my surroundings.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you'd like to see more content like this. Peace.